The next basic data type we'll look at is the float. Floats must have a decimal in the number somewhere, and there must be at least one digit following the decimal. So let's use the iHelper function again to show more information about a float. To do this, I'll fire up IEX again, and I'll call the iHelper function, and I'll pass in the number 3.14. Now, the data type is of course a float, and there's a float reference module, similar to what we saw with integers. Okay, here's a pop quiz. How can you know what functions are available in the float module? Go ahead and manually count how many functions there are in this module. You can find the answer to this question by keying float dot and pressing tab. In the version of Elixir I'm using, I see 10 functions in the float module. Floats can also be keyed in using scientific notation. So for example, if I needed to key in Avogadro's number, I could key in the decimal part, and then I can raise it to the 23rd power by keying an E followed by a 23. Now, integers, if you recall, had no fixed size limit. However, floats are 64-bit double precision, which allows you to use numbers that are approximately this big. Okay, we've used the iHelper function a couple of times now, but there's another helper function available to us in IEX, which I think is way more helpful than the I function. Before I show you this new helper function, let me set up a scenario. Let's say I've got this number, which is the number pi with a whole bunch of decimal places, but we really only need pi to 4 decimal places. So what should we do? Well, we could see what functions are available on the float module, and we see 2 round functions here and here. Now, we could take a guess at how to call the round function, but there's a better option. We can use the helper function to find out more about the round functions. The way you do this is by calling the h function, then in parentheses, I'll pass in the function we're wanting some help on, which is float.round, and then I'll press enter. Okay, what we see here is the documentation for the round function. We see that it takes a float as the first parameter, and it takes a parameter for the precision we're wanting. Now, this bit right here, the 2 backslash into 0, indicates that if we don't provide a second argument, the precision will have a default value of 0. Additionally, we see a description of how to use this function, and we see a bunch of examples. Cool. Let's round to 4 decimal places, which we can do by keying the module float.round. Then we need to pass in the number we're wanting to round. Then I'll say we only want a precision of 4 decimal places. And it worked. Cool. The helper function is pretty handy. You'll definitely want to commit this to memory early. In my opinion, it's much nicer to be able to pull up documentation in the terminal versus having to pull up a web page or some other kind of document. Okay, in the next video, we'll look at a special data type called atoms.